Hi guys, in this video we'll discuss calculation of percentages, which is a topic in speed maths, and I have kept exclusively under DI caselet things. So this will help you in solving DI. As you know, most of the calculation in DI is always about finding percentages. Interpreting it from graph is one challenge, and then solving it in a very less time is another challenge, right? If you have some, most of the question in DI is always about some numerator and denominator and some observance. So we'll take the part of the that portion where you have to calculate percentages. Most of the questions ask you that percentage. So as you can, if you're watching from our website, you can see I have placed under DI Essentials. So before going too much deep into discussing caselets, as I have already discussed one till now, we'll be discussing more of calculation methods used in DI, right? Because all these exams like CAT, SBI, PO, IBPS and etc. all have a easy caselet, right? But a lot of people take a lot of time, too much time in solving DI because of calculations issue. So we'll discuss one by one all the cases in this post and you will get acquainted. The only prerequisite is, after watching this video, practice it daily. Otherwise all these method will be just your waste of time. Just practice it. Take a paper and then randomly put some numbers every day and do it. That is a good habit. Otherwise these all are waste for you, because without practice you won't get the idea of how to minimize that and how to effectively use these things. So please, you make it a habit and do this. It is a very good method and can be useful at a lot of places. You can do other method also, but that's how you have to choose between which one is better at the right time in the exam. So I hope you like this video. I'll discuss one basic example and then obviously we'll do 2 3 and 4 questions, and that will be enough for you to get the logic. So this is the one basic question in front of your screen. 654 by 852. You have to find some percentages. Imagine this data you have pulled out from some DI caselet, and while you are solving an exam you have to, you got this on your paper and then you have to find the percentages. One important thing in DI is, when you are solving an exam you always have options. So see, A, B, C, D, E, you get the idea of whatever through options. So make use of options and make it your a very good strength to eliminate or either get a idea of that. So always remember, options are very helpful. It gives you an idea and we will see how to solve this. So I hope the question is clear. You have to find the percentage in this one, and that's all you need to do. And that's why a lot of people seeing big numbers try to simplify it by crossing and stuff like that. But this method is really easy and useful. So let's see what is that. So generally what you do, 654 by 852 is X percentage, right? That is what you have to find in your mind. See, not in paper. Pull this here. So what it becomes, 654 equals to X percentage of 852. It's the same thing, right? And only keep in mind, you all are doing this in your mind, not on the paper. Just for the sake of getting the heap of it, I am writing it down, but you don't need to do this in the paper. Now we'll use the concept of 100%, 10%, or subsequently whatever, like 1%. So if you do 100%, right? So 100% of 852 is what? 852, right? That much is crossing 654. That is clear. Now take 10%. What is 10% of 852? That is 85.2, right? It is normal thing. 10%. Now you have to you can eliminate zero point 0.2 and just take 85, right? Because options are having a gap. You can see the options there, which was 65, 71, 76, 80, 82. It has a gap, so you can eliminate zero point 0.2. Now that is 10%. So now you can put a multiplication factor like 70% or 80%. So imagine 10% is 85. What will be 70%? So simply it means 70% will be into 7, so 85 into 7, right, that is 595. This much we got. Obviously 595 is less than 654, so we need to push more. Let's go to 80% and see. So 85 into 8 is pretty simple to multiply, right? It's not that difficult. So what is the 85 into 8? That is 80% actually. That is 680, right? So one thing we came to know, that if you quickly have done this in mind, that your answer is going to lie between 70% and 80%, and obviously it is more than 70%. So sometime in your options they give you very helpful that you don't need to do that also. But right now we will not go. We have two options, right? 71% is there, 76% is there, 80% is eliminated, 82% is eliminated because we know that it cannot cross 80%, because it cannot even become 80%. It has to be less than that. 65% is also crossed. As you can see, you're left with two options. If a smart guy is there, obviously 595 and 654 has a huge difference, right? It's like subsequently huge difference, because what is 1% of 85? That is, sorry, 1% of 852 is 1% of 852 is equal to 8.5, right? That is, so as you can see, can your answer be 71%? That is no, that cannot be, because if you add 8.5 to 70%, that will be 71%. It will still not touch 654. So a smart guy in exam will directly mark 76% and move. But still, for the sake of discussions, as you want to see from the help of examples, let's take more 6%. So 1% we know 8.5, 6% will be 8.5 into 6. So that is 6% equals to, sorry, 51. This we are getting. So now imagine, add these two, 70% and 6%. 595 plus 51. 595 plus 51 is 646. This is the answer, that close to approximation. See, we ignored 2 after 0.5, 2 also. So that's why 76% is our answer, right? How? And you don't even need to touch that, because as I explained you, if 1% is 8.5, then obviously if you add 8.5 to 595, it will not touch anywhere 654. So your again logic will be to go to the 76%, the mark, and move. This is how easy it becomes when you take 10%, 100%, or 1%, right? If you are not getting this logic, don't worry, we will discuss a lot of questions, and then slowly and steadily, by your own practices, you will get a lot of faster thing into all these stuff asked in DI. Obviously interpretation part is one thing that most of the people can do. The only challenge in DI is the calculation. I hope this method is still better than certain approximation, as people still fear to use approximation. That too I'll come in a high level of DI. One caselet I have discussed, but still in banking and other exam, or where options are still closer, you have to know this method, because still they are becoming smart. Sometimes they give you very close options. Here the options were very far away, right? So I hope you like the video. If you like our work, please donate. It's a minimum is 100. If you like our work, just like if you feel like you can do it, there is no compulsion, and we will obviously create all the videos free and in a full format. There is no demo, there is nothing. We have covered everything in a very structural manner. And please stay tuned, watch the next video in the post. Thank you so much.